Big circles are simple, straightforward exercises that you can use as a warm-up at the beginning of your practice. They're also useful for improving your bow control and your feeling for the balance of the bow. Before we get started playing big circles, we need to be clear about how the balance of the bow works. Depending on where in the bow we play, the way it balances will change. This is because at any given moment there's more bow and therefore more bow weight on one side of the strings than on the other. This is why we have to have a flexible bow hold that's constantly rebalancing the weight of the bow by acting as a suspension system. If instead we have a fixed bow hold that quite literally grips the bow, then the tension in our muscles will stop us from being able to rebalance the bow properly. We'll end up with a hard, inflexible and screechy sound. One of the areas where we need to balance the bow the most is at the very heel of the bow, the bottom end, where the bow hair connects into the nut or the frog of the bow. When we're playing at the heel, the bow is very unbalanced because most of the bow weight falls to the left of the strings as you look at it whilst playing. This is why it's hard for us to control our bow strokes in the lowest quarter of the bow. To stop the bow from falling in the wrong direction, we use the little finger as a counterweight. When the little finger is sitting on top of the bow and its knuckle is engaged, it becomes an opposing force. This stops the bow from falling uncontrollably and provides stability to the bowing movements, allowing us to bow smoothly at the heel. Use our checklists to be sure that your body posture and your bowing arm are correctly positioned before you begin. Raise your bowing arm into the air. Make sure that your little finger is already working as a counterweight, keeping the bow steady as you move. Breathe in deeply and raise the bow all the way up until it's almost level with your head, keeping your bow hold, including the little finger counterweight, as consistent as possible. Breathe out and relax your body as much as you can without collapsing your posture. As you breathe out, lower the bow downwards towards the string. I'd suggest starting with the D or the A string first. Focus in on your little finger and feel how it continues to support the weight of the bow. Allow the bow to touch the string very gently, but stay focused on the little finger counterweight. The little finger should continue being a counterweight until the bow is firmly engaged with the string and above the level of the balance point of the bow. Play a down bow all the way to the tip of the bow. Feel how the balance of the bow weight changes throughout the stroke and observe what effect this has on how your right hand and fingers have to move. At the beginning of the stroke, you'll be trying to counter the heaviness of the bow weight and not let it fall too heavily into the string. During the stroke, the bow will become more balanced, and your hand and fingers will not have to do so much. Towards the tip of the bow, you may need to add in a little more weight to create a consistent sound all the way to the end of the stroke. Repeat the big circles several times and stay focused on your little finger counterweight, the balance of the bow, your breathing being free and clear. Make sure not to hold your breath as this creates unnecessary tension in your body. And what you're hearing. Does it sound good? As you play, adjust your arm, hand and finger movements. Keep refining the balance of the bow until the sound you hear is as smooth and consistent as possible.